What's up, y'all? It's your boy RJ back at it again with another Eagles video. Now, look, before you even say anything, before you go, RJ, where you been? Where you been, man? It's been a minute since you posted. I know, I know. My bad. I'm sorry. Mind y'all, I'm in school, life. It's just a lot been going on, so I ain't really had time to really post like I really wanted to. If I recall, the last video I dropped was damn near a year ago, like or more. I don't know, cause I was just watching them and I was like, let me post a little something. Let me give y'all a little update. You know what I'm saying? So I'm back now. So let's get into it. Let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into it. So listen. As y'all know, I'm a diehard Eagles fan. Fly Eagles fly. But we recently just lost the Super Bowl. To all y'all who watch NFL sports in general, we just lost the Super Bowl. Yes, I'm still sick about it, but you know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back. If not next year, within the next 3 years. Mark my words. Because I told y'all what Jalen Hurts was gonna be. I told y'all he was gonna be nice. Now look at him. Really should have won MVP, but we ain't gonna get into all that. Patrick Mahomes, he a dog, so I ain't really tripping. But I told y'all in the videos prior, a few years ago, that I made, that Jalen Hurts was gonna he was gonna be that dude. Did I not? Now look at him. Some of y'all was hating. Y'all didn't think he was gonna be. Y'all didn't think he was gonna be doing stuff like that. Y'all didn't think he was gonna be out there giving them niggas work, giving them boys work for real. But like, anyway, let's get off of that. So, my take on the overall season. So, I truly think hands down we were the best team from top to start to finish, top to bottom. AJ Brown, Hassan Reddick, CJ Gardner Johnson. We got who else do we get? James Bradbury, and so on and so on. Top 3 defense, top 3 offense. Really, to be honest with you, I feel like we had the best offense. Now defense, yeah, we had the most sacks in the league, but our defense was leaking this. It was leaking throughout the season. Like, I ain't gonna sit here and say we had the best defense out of everybody. I can truly honestly say that was the 49ers. I'll get that to them. But our defense was top 3, hands down. Jalen Hurts, MVP caliber season. A.J. Brown and Devontae, Smitty, both 1,000-yard wide receivers. Milestone careers. Miles Sanders, even though he finna be gone, he a free agent now. We finna let him go. We ain't paying him. But he had 1,000 yards rushing. So, and then who else? Stellar offensive line. I mean, oh yeah, I can't forget about Dallas Goedert, tight end. Like, come on now. But he missed a few games, but that still don't even matter. So, let's get into the season. I ain't gonna go game by game, but that's gonna take forever to get done. So I'm just do like a synopsis, however you pronounce that, over the whole season. So first quarter, like first 4 games, we had Detroit, second game Minnesota, then we had the Commanders, and then we had who was fourth? Shit, I can't remember. We had Detroit, Minnesota, the Commanders, and who we play for? Oh yeah, Jacksonville. So complete sweep, 4-0. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think we was gonna start out 4-0. I didn't think we were gonna start out how we started out. But they say, like, the first quarter of the season, you can tell how good your team is. So, like, you can judge a team on how good they gonna be or how good they supposed to be off the first quarter or first 4 games of the season, right? So we went 4-0, right? I think every game was a blowout except for the first game. We won by 3, but we was really like we was in cruise control, like towards the end of the game. So Don't let the score, because the score was like 35-38. Ironically, that score came back to bite us, but I'm gonna get into that later. But like, so second quarter we played Arizona, then we played Dallas, then we played Pittsburgh, and then we played Houston. Arizona game, we almost lost. We escaped that game. The field terrible. I'll get into that later, because that's ironically that's they hosted the Super Bowl, that same stadium. So, but they feel garbage, atrocious, terrible. Second game, Dallas, good game. We was up 20-0. Then they start coming back. You know what I'm saying? You know, my family, they Dallas fans, so it was just, I was talking trash, they was talking trash, but I ended up, coming out on top the first time. So that was, that was cool, whatever. Third game, beat the brakes off of Pittsburgh. I mean, like, AJ Brown went off. He had 3 touchdowns. Jalen went off. He had like 3 throwing and then 1 rushing, I believe. I mean, that was the first complete game as a team, I think. Defense went crazy. They had like 6-7 sacks. It was like, that game was, boy, I was happy. I was jumping up and down. I was talking hella trash and stuff in that game. Then Houston. I ain't gonna lie, we struggled against Houston, who at the time was the worst team in the league. And I was not gonna be happy if we would have lost to Houston. Like, for real. I was sitting in this room watching the game on this TV right here, and we were struggling. Like the first half, it was a game. It wasn't supposed to be. It was literally like the best team versus the worst team, because we had the best record. We was 8-0. They was like winless. They was like 0-9 or something like that. So it's like, I was like, if we lose this game, I'm not watching no football. Like, I'm not an Eagles fan for that night. Technically, I be talking, but we could not lose that game. Now, thankfully, we did lose. We ended up pulling away and we won. So that brought our record to 8-0. And then we had the bye week. So coming off the bye week, who we played? We played Indianapolis. Dang near lost. We won by 1 point, and it came down to the last drive of the game. And Jalen had to carry. He had to run it in for the winning score, or we would have lost to them. Then we had to play Green Bay, dogfight. We won, but it was back and forth. Jalen and Miles ran all over him. I think we had a combined 300 and some yards rushing. It was crazy, because I guess Green Bay just didn't want us to. They was just gonna let us run all over them. So we ran all over them and ended up winning the game. Aaron Rodgers got hurt, so yeah. Won that game, so that's what's our record now? Oh, we lost to Washington. We really should have beat them. They gave us our first L, but we should have beat them though. But we lost because we beat ourselves. Turnovers, penalties. It was just like, and then get this though, we still could have won that game, even with the turnovers and the penalties. We lost by like 5, and then we lost on a petty, like, roughing the passer call at the end of the game. They shouldn't have called that, because he was already, like, you can't stop yourself from, if you finna hit somebody, you can't stop yourself from lunging into the person. It's like, it's impossible. And it wasn't like it was a blatant or it was on purpose. They just threw the flag. But I was like, whatever. So that was our first loss. Cool. I ain't like it was to them, the Commanders, because they in the division. You don't want to lose no divisional games, but we lost. It is what it is. So that was our first loss. So that brings our record to what? We were 12-1 now. So after the Green Bay game, who we played? We played Tennessee, AJ Brown revenge game. He used to play for the Titans. Went crazy on 3 touchdowns. Like I think he had 150 some yards receiving. That boy went crazy on him. Then, beat the brakes off of them. They couldn't do nothing. They couldn't handle us. You know what I'm saying? So after them, who we played? I really can't remember the schedule. That's crazy. After who we played after Tennessee? I think I'm really drawing a blank. I usually know this type of stuff too. Oh yeah, we played the Giants. We played the Giants twice. We played the Giants the first time after the Tennessee game. We beat them. We put up 40 on them. That was a cakewalk. Then after them, we played the Bears. This the game when Jalen got hurt his shoulder, because we running him too much. Like he a running back. At the end of, he can, yeah, we know he can run, but he's still a quarterback at the end of the day. So we don't need to be running him 1,000 times. But yeah, we escaped that game. We won. We beat them by like 5, and then so Jalen ended up missing the next 2 games against Dallas and the Saints. Lost both of them games. We really could have beat Dallas without Jalen, but I mean it was a good game. But that Saints game, that was probably the worst game of the season by the whole team. Yeah, we didn't have Jalen, because I really feel like we would have had Jalen in both of them games, we would have won, because we don't really lose with Jalen. We only lost 2 games this year with Jalen, but yeah, so I feel like we would have won. We would have beat the Saints and the Cowboys if we would have had Jalen, but we ended up losing both of those games because Jalen didn't play. So that brings our record to what, 13-3. Then the last game, the Giants again, we beat them. So, and we had to beat them, because if we would have lost, we wouldn't have got the number 1 seed. So we had to beat them to get the number 1 seed. So we beat them, got the number 1 seed. Whoop whoop. So playoffs come, we get the bye. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling for the first little week, watching everybody else play. Then the second week we got to play the Giants again, because they just beat the Vikings. Now everybody and their mama knew that the Giants was going to beat the Vikings, because the Vikings were sweet. Yeah, they had a good record, but they weren't really beating nobody. They was winning every game by a field goal, and then all their losses were blowouts. We beat the brakes off of them. Dallas beat the brakes off of them, and some other team whooped them too. But we ain't going to get into that. So we got to play the Giants first round of the playoffs, right? Tell me why we completely dominate them from start to finish. Wasn't even close. Like I turned the game off at halftime, because the score was like 30. Was it 28-0 or 31-0? It was something like that. And I was like, oh yeah, we got it, because we not the Falcons, we not the Colts. We not gonna let you come back from no 30 points down and end up losing. Like, no, we not doing that. None of that over here. So we beat them. Then we play the Niners, right? Been waiting for this game all year. Best defense versus the best offense in the conference. Let's see what happens. Brock Purdy. Watch out for Brock Purdy. He's hot. He's going to come in. He might come in and knock the Eagles off. He's a rookie. A rookie has never been in the Super Bowl. Never. A rookie quarterback. So I guess they thought Brock Purdy was going to do that to the Eagles. So, I guess I never for a second believed that. That was just like, no, there's no way he coming to the link and beating us, and he a rookie. They offense is good, but they only winning games because of their defense. They got a good defense. So, but when they ran into us though, they only scored 7 points. Okay, everybody gonna make all the San Fran fans out there. They gonna make an excuse. Oh, we didn't have no quarterback. Brock Purdy got hurt. Well, even if you did have him, y'all still was gonna lose, because we shook Brock Purdy. We shook that boy. That boy was shaking in his boots. He was done. Done first quarter. He was done first quarter. So we ended up winning that game 31-7. Blew the doors off of them. Sent them packing. Now we on to the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? We won the whole conference. So now we trying to win the whole thing. And who we got to play? We got to go see that boy. We got to go see that man, Pat Mahomes over there, Kansas City. I ain't gonna lie. I want to sit here saying like we finna work the Chiefs, because I know how dangerous that man is. And for those of y'all that watched the Super Bowl, y'all saw how he did us. So props to that man. But I genuinely felt that we was gonna win the game. Like we was gonna win the Super Bowl, because we were the better team. We literally had everything. Like every position was better on our team than theirs, except for quarterback. We had every single position except quarterback. Literally. And our quarterback is like right beneath him. It's like he 1 and Jalen 2, in my opinion. But so game come on, you know. We come out, we get the ball first. You know, we driving. We score 7-0, just like that. Easy. They get the ball. Wait, before I even continue, remember when I said we played Arizona early in the year? And they the same. That's the same stadium that hosted the Super Bowl. That field was, that field was terrible. Everybody was slipping. They was slipping. We was like, that couldn't nobody catch their footing on that field. Nobody. It was like, bruh, who did this field? They probably ain't gonna never host Super Bowl ever again. But back to the game. So we up 7-0. They get the ball, they go down and score. Travis Kelce touchdown. Okay, it's 7-0, 7-7. We get the ball, we score. So now it's looking like, okay, it's gonna be a shootout, back and forth, back and forth. We get the ball, we score. We actually stopped them. It's 14-7. Okay, we get the ball. We trying to go up 21-7. Jalen fumbles. Y'all know, crucial fumble. They took it back for a touchdown. All right, it's 14-14. We get the ball. Guess what we do, though? We go back down and score because of Jalen. We put the ball in Jalen's hands because, you know, he's him. Jalen is him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to believe in your guy. If you think you got your guy, you got to believe in him, man. Like, for real, for real. So he went down and scored with his legs, too. Gave it right back to him, trusting our quarterback. Oh, he getting paid, too. I don't care if we won Super Bowl or not. He was going to get his money. He getting his money. We ain't letting him, like, we ain't finna do what Dallas did and not pay our quarterback or wait till the last minute to pay him. He getting his money. Hands down. But back to the game. I keep getting sidetracked. My bad, y'all. So back to the game. Scores what? 21-14, right? They get the ball. We stop them, but we got to kick a field goal to go in the half because Devontae caught the ball on the sideline towards the end of the half, but they said it wasn't a catch because he didn't have control of the ball. But I think they were just getting back at him from the conference game because he actually didn't catch the ball, but they ruled it the catch because we got back to the line and snapped the play. And then we didn't get him time to look at it. So that was that. So we ended up kicking the field goal. So mind you, the halftime score is 24-14. We up. Third quarter come. That's when all things start going left. They get the ball because we got the ball first half. They went down and scored. Mind you, defense is doing nothing. Defense has done absolutely nothing this entire game. They ain't got a sack, turnover, or nothing. But so basically they get the ball, they score, it's tied again. No, we up about 3. We get the ball, we kick a field goal, it's 27-21. They get the ball, they score because special teams can't tackle. Kadarius Toney, who's supposed to be hurt, he ran back a punt like 60-some yards at the 10-yard line, and they punched it in for a touchdown. Then next thing you know, they up 35 to 27 because this is when I knew we was in trouble. On defense, they ran the same play. They ran the same play in the red zone and both sides, and both times the receiver was wide open. They did it to both corners too. Both of them. Darius Slay running across the field, not looking at his man. He stopped and break back outside. Wide open, walk-in touchdown. Next drive, James Bradbury do the same thing. He running off with another man that's not even that sounded wrong. He covering a guy that's not even his assignment while somebody else out wide open on the edge. Touchdown, walk-in touchdown. So they ran the same, it was literally the same play to different sides, to different receivers. So the score 35-27. But we down now. What we do, we get a ball, we put the ball in Jalen's hands. Touchdown. Go right down the field, touchdown. We got to go for 2. It's 33-35. We get it. I ain't gonna lie. I thought we wasn't gonna get it because Jalen got hit the 2, but he plunged his way into the end zone. That boy is a dog. He squat 600. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with that man. So, score's tied. Then they get the ball. It's like 3 minutes left in the game. They driving. Defense can't stop them. Defense can't get off the field. Third down, convert. Third down, convert. Time ticking. We get them to 3rd and 8 at like the 20-some yard line with like 1:30 left in the game. Y'all know what's coming. Snap the ball. Patrick Mahomes just heat that mug to the corner of the end zone. Nowhere near a receiver. Incomplete. I'm like, cool. If you kick a field goal, you know what I'm saying? Mind y'all, the score is tied. 35-35. So they kick it. I'm thinking they finna just kick a field goal. We gonna get the ball. We at least getting the field goal. We at least tying it. Because Jalen ain't going out there and not doing nothing. Especially not in this moment. We at least tying it. But we going for the win. We going for the dub. So then I see a flag. Holding on the defense. 10-yard penalty. Automatic. First down. Basically ended the game. I'm sitting there watching like, you can't call that in this specific moment. I mean, was it a hold? To me personally, you could let that go. It wasn't blatant, but he did kind of hold him. But you know what I'm saying? Me personally, I wouldn't have threw that because it's the Super Bowl. If you throw that flag, you in all essence end the game. So he threw the flag. It ended the game. They kicked the field goal with like 8 seconds left. We got the ball with like 8 seconds left. Jalen threw a heave that didn't even make it to the end zone. Then that was it. I ain't gonna lie, I was hurt. It hurt. Like that loss hurt. It did. But you know what? I'm proud. I'm proud of Jalen. I'm proud of my quarterback. I'm proud. Really, the offense showed up. The defense sold. We lost because of the defense. The defense did absolutely nothing. The only player that did something on defense was C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's it. That is it. He's the only player that did anything that whole game on defense. He the only one that was hitting. He the only one that was breaking up passes. The whole D-line couldn't get to the quarterback. They couldn't get no type of pressure. Darius Slay out there looking lost. Bradbury out there holding people, getting beat on every route. It's like linebacker